And, and so, as you would imagine, I spoke to many children, especially of the tribal region, and went up there where the tribal people live and understood how important it was for more education, more information on medicine. Obviously, they were getting lectured about diabetes. And then we went further into the idea that there could be clinics in the Northwest Frontier Province. And ultimately came back and went to Rawalpindi, and that's where I met with President Musharraf, and we spoke about many things, including the 2 assassination attempts on his life. And as you know, we had a recent tragedy with the assassination of a very important person, Prime Minister Bhutto. And this is all a part of why, when a country is having difficulties of any kind, economic, political, whatever those difficulties are, it is my belief that you have to have more respect for the country and more respect for the leaders of the country, because no one has the easy solution. But there can be a solution when people will step up and risk their lives. And when Prime Minister Bhutto came back, she risked her life and lost her life. And now this president, you have President Musharraf, and then of course the Prime Minister is now going to risk his life. There's no such thing as not having some risk involved in these lives of politicians. And so you see that the goodness of these individuals has to be weighed against whatever the policies are, and you have to say, listen, show respect. You don't have to agree with everything, but show respect, because they are taking on a responsibility that few can. And thus, that's where I come from with this whole message about my visit to Pakistan, because I believe that the people are wonderful people worth putting your life on the line for. We do this in law enforcement, and that's the purpose of this charity. And I've lost 10 deputy sheriffs killed in the line of duty in the last 9 years. Each one is a huge tragedy. I know what loss of life means personally, and I think some of you can experience some of that yourself in some of the contacts that you have. But the key to the point is that you're showing great respect for those who do give their lives in law enforcement by being here today. And I also want to pay that same tribute to the police officers back home in Pakistan who will give their lives as well, who will die when some of those explosions, along with the citizens, who will die when some common armed criminal is doing something bad, and when they capture him, there'll be a shot fired and a Pakistani police officer will die. All of these show me, as your sheriff, that there is a better way to do things, that there is another way to show respect. And I believe that in the world today, America has a long way to go. We could show more respect to other nations. I will conclude with this. In all of the things that I've tried to do with the Interfaith Council, with the multi-ethnic and national councils, such as the Pakistani Sheriff's Advisory Council, and I have them from all over the world, because we are the epicenter in Los Angeles of America's diversity. This part of the world is more diverse than any other part of the world. And we claim that over New York for one simple reason, because we have a greater Asian population. And now all the Asian nations are here doing great things to make America strong. Thus, because of our diversity, we are in a position to say we are prepared, one at a time, to be a diplomat of peace to other nations who are struggling with peace. That America has to get its peace in order within itself. And when I offered the idea of a Muslim group forming a Homeland Security Congress, a Muslim American Homeland Security Congress, all the Muslim leaders of Southern California got involved in the planning process. And so now we have another group that will show strength to America, because whatever we want to discuss, one thing I will say to you is that the faith of Islam has nothing to do with terrorism. It is a criminal act. And therefore, in my reading of my Quran, which I have, I was really impressed with all the verses, obviously, but I went to the one chapter about Mary, the mother of Jesus, which is in the Quran, very elegantly written. And it's not a small chapter. It takes a while to read it. And I can say to you that 99% of the world's society that is not Muslim do not know that Mary is in the Quran and does not have the real full appreciation for the strength of the Prophet, peace be with him, and what he was trying to imply, which is faiths get along, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, that all of it comes together. So I think I've said perhaps more than I planned to, but I have been making a priority of visiting Islamic countries. I just came back from Qatar. I've been to Jordan. I've been, of course, to Pakistan. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Azerbaijan. And I will continue to say that until America learns on its own, the American people, visit Islamabad. You want to know about what's going on? Go to the countries that you have your thoughts of and learn from the people themselves. Do what I did when a man who had, as you know, it's a great society in Pakistan when you can have a very modern truck that's painted very elegantly, by the way. And then you can have a businessman who has a donkey and a cart, and it's full with products. And that an American, of course I had an advantage being Pashtun, but an American go up to the man who owns the cart, and I said, do you mind if I stand on the driver's seat of your cart so I can take a good picture? He said, but he didn't know English, but my translator, he said, well, of course, you know. So I have a big picture of me managing the donkey and the cart. And it's perhaps more important to me to have that picture than any other picture I had when I was there, because it showed that the man with the donkey respected my wish. And this is where America can learn tremendously about why Pakistan is a greater nation than the news and all the other things we keep on hearing about. It's the people. Thank you so very much, and God bless you. Salam alaikum.
नाज़रीन, तो आप देख रहे थे आज का भरपूर रंगारंग प्रोग्राम। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपने बहुत कुछ इसमें एंजॉय किया होगा, आपको काफ़ी मालूमात हुई होंगी आज के प्रोग्राम से। और आपके अगर शहर में, आपकी सिटी स्टेट में कहीं भी कोई इवेंट होती है, आप हमें बुलाना चाहते हैं, हमें ज़रूर बुलाइए। और अगर आपके पास कोई अच्छी बेहतरीन रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो है आपके प्रोग्राम की, हमें ज़रूर भेजें ताकि हम उसको सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान में शामिल कर सकें। ये आपकी अपनी आवाज़ है, आपका अपना प्रोग्राम है। और हाँ, याद रखिए जनाब गद्दी साहब को मत भूलिए वोट देना। शुगरलैंड से वो मेयर का इंतखाब लड़ रहे हैं। ये आपके अपने नुमाइंदे हैं, ये आपके अपने रेडियो होस्ट हैं, इन्होंने बड़ी खिदमत की आपके शहर में। तो शुगरलैंड में जो भी लोग आबाद हैं, जाएं, उनको वोट दें, इनको कामयाब करें। नाज़रीन, तो ये था आज का प्रोग्राम। इसके साथ ही आपका मेज़बान वक़ार अली ख़ान आपसे इजाज़त चाहेगा। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़। पाकिस्तान पाइंदाबाद।
जमात अहले सुन्नत की तरफ से जश्न ईद मिलादुन नबी का 8वां सालाना जलसा जुलूस बरोज़ अतवार मार्च 30 11 बजे से 1 बजे तक मुनक़्क़द होगा। जुलूस इमिग्रेशन पार्किंग लॉट से शुरू होकर सैक्रामेंटो स्टेट कैपिटल बिल्डिंग पर इख्तिताम पजीर होगा, जहां उलमाए अहले सुन्नत खिताब फरमाएंगे। तमाम मुसलमानों को शिरकत की दावत दी जाती है। मज़ीद मालूमात के लिए कारी बशीर अहमद सियालवी या इन नंबरों से रब्ता कीजिए।